In today's video, we're going to be making the smart very poor and the stupid very rich in WorldBox. After 500 years, we'll unleash them to each other and see what happens. Will they find peace or will they break out in war? First, we need to set up the map. Let's put some soil down first. Then let's add the wall that'll divide these two nations. Now we'll add a few biomes so that they have a diverse amount of resources. We'll add some resources manually to make sure they're as rich as possible, as well as add some fruit bushes to make sure they have food. Let's also make sure they have chickens, sheep, and cows. Now going over to the poor side, we're going to make their side an absolute icy wasteland. Put ores as well as some wolves and foxes, just so that they have something. Let's also add a menacing mountain to take up this corner of the map. Then we'll add some lakes on each side. We'll also make the one on the rich side a lot bigger. Now we're going to place 5 people on each side and give the 5 rich people the stupid trait and the 5 poor people the genius trait. Now let's rename them based on their intelligence. And off the start, it looks like they're both expanding well. The geniuses have decided to go with a fire, which makes sense since they're in an icy wasteland. We're also going to set all the world ages to random just to mix it up. Right off the bat, it looks like both sides are expanding well. Both sides already have houses, and the rich even have a windmill and a farm. The poor are not too far behind though, as they finally get their first windmill a few years later. After about 60 years, the rich have about 3 times the population of the poor, and the world goes into the age of the moon. We'll see if this affects the civilizations at all. But overall, both societies are progressing very fast. The poor are even venturing up closer to the mountain in the north. And after 100 years, it seems like the poor are pretty decked out in gear already. But the rich are definitely one step ahead because of all the extra resources they have. And that'll be important because they seem to have found each other. The rich are sending fiery catapults over to the poor side, absolutely destroying them, forcing the poor to go back into their homes. But even as they do, it's no match as these fiery catapults are destroying the homes of the poor already. But it doesn't last long. The quick conflict suddenly ends and they go back to being peaceful societies. And right after that battle, the Age of Sun starts. This allows the poor to set up windmills and farms in the icy wasteland. But everything is not good on the rich side. Their massive kingdom splits into 5 different parts, greatly weakening their power. And on top of that, a massive civil war has broken out in the middle of the rich side. These two once joined kingdoms are fighting for nothing, while on the right side, the poor keep getting stronger and stronger, using their genius minds to stay together and look towards the greater good. After a long battle, the new kingdom finally falls to the original one, and they make sure there'll be no more rebellions by conquering every single piece of land the new kingdom took. And after 250 years, both sides are absolutely thriving. The poor have the slogan of beer or anger and are decked out in armor. But they're not the only ones decked out in armor, as the rich have access to much more resources than the poor, giving them an advantage in the armor that they wear. The rich have so many resources that they don't even need to expand to the northernmost part of their side, which is ironically the same exact biome that the poor are thriving off of. But now that it's been 500 years, we're going to take the wall down and see how they interact. And it seems like first contact has been made at the top of the map, as well as a few entering the rich side at the bottom. But it didn't take long for a war to start, and a massive fight to break out at the bottom of the map. And it seems like the geniuses have started this war, but the idiots are much more well equipped. And if we look to the top of the map, it seems that war has broken out all around where the wall used to be, with one of the new kingdoms of the rich also fighting with the geniuses. And after a few decades, it seems like the geniuses are really losing this war. The rich are taking the bottom half of their land very easily, while also invading the top as well, pushing the geniuses back into a corner. But they're not going down without a fight, as they take the middle part of the rich's land. But it doesn't last long, as the rich quickly retaliate and continue their siege on the geniuses. And it looks like the Yellow Kingdom of Rummost has made it their main focus to take out all of the geniuses left, as they ruthlessly attack their land, leaving no survivors and killing everyone that lives in the geniuses' territory, and greatly aiding the rich idiots to taking over the entire geniuses' land. But the geniuses aren't giving up without a fight, as 9 years into the war they've reclaimed all the land. But this would be short-lived, and the king of the geniuses is hiding in the top right, far away from the conflict, clearly scared of the power of the rich idiots. but he can't hide for long, as the rich idiots were just gearing up to make a final push to destroy the rest of their territory. And with only 50 people remaining, can the poor geniuses make a comeback and reclaim the entire land? No, the rich idiots just destroy them. And with that, the poor geniuses have been completely defeated, leaving only one question left. What are the rich idiots gonna do with the rest of the kingdoms that remain?